G'day, and welcome to Gravesend. Almost went to the old YouTube channel name because we've changed it. So it's g'day, and welcome to Diecast Salvage in Gravesend, Australia. Today I hope to do some justice to today's casting, which is a Matchbox Speed Kings Ferrari Testarossa. As you watch this casting go around on the turntable, I would like to thank the returning friends of the channel. If you're a first-time viewer, I hope you stay and share what sometimes a bumbling old fart like me gets up to, trying to give old diecast toys a new life. What I do is not always perfect, but at least I'm giving it a go. So, now let's take a closer look at today's offerings. Okay, here we are with our Matchbox Super Kings. It says copyright 1983, number 149, Ferrari Testarossa, Matchbox Limited, made in, looks like Macau. Well, doesn't matter where it's made, it's been made. Plastic base. Does have all four wheels and looks like they've been painted over. Has opening doors and it has an opening tail. It does show a nice engine in there. It does have its seats, and the window unit is scuffed, and I'll have to look it up to see whether it was a clear screen and whether this has yellowed or does it have a yellow screen to it. It is complete. So let's have a look at it. Has four posts, as I said, plastic base. So, all right. Well, I'll do an adjustment here. We didn't look at the paint. Paint, as you can see, is rather scruffy. Nice roll. But the axles aren't bent or anything like that. So let's see what we can do with it. Firstly, we need to take it apart. So we'll bring you to that scene. Okay, as shown before, it has four posts, two in the back, two at the front, of course. I've used a burr tool on my rotary tool, and I've taken the mushroom heads off the posts. Carefully go in. Okay, sorry about that interruption. In any case, once you take the heads off, carefully pry. And the base will come off. This one has a very rusty spring, so we shall take the tyres out, if it'll let us. There we go. The tyres need to be washed anyway. I'm going to leave the spring on there and just dump the whole thing into something. So that can go to the side there, that can go there. Alright, the black trim comes out, as does the seats. Good question. Good question. Excuse me for a moment. I think they might fit. No, they won't. They're too tall. But still an experiment for another project. You'll have to wait and see what that project is. Anyway, so we might make a mould of those seats for another project. Now I've already, again with the burr tool, just there and there, taken the post heads off so that we can bring the window unit out. Now it does have a rear view mirror just here. So, and okay, this answers my question. I don't have to look up on the internet. This was a clear screen and it has yellowed. Now whether this was in a smoker's house or just from the sun, that I don't know. But that answered my question. Here it's clear. Here of course it's been yellowed. So we'll see if we can find a way of making that clear again, or at least making it a lighter yellow. It does have some scuffs in it, which we should be able to polish out. So, right, and this is the part that holds the rear door in place. And speaking of the rear doors, there we go, it just falls out. It's just hooked in there. I am leaving the doors in, as this is the one bar spring, and it's crimped here and here. So I'm not pulling that apart. So this will be painted with the doors on. I generally like to leave the doors on so that it's all uniform colour, because at times what can happen is that there will be a door, bonnet or hood can be a slightly different colour to the rest of the body. There's that. I'll have to have a look to see where the black thing in the back went to. It'll be around here somewhere. And of course we've got this front grille to come out. That pushes up on the black tabs. Might need to give it a bit of an extra push to get them out further. There we go. And I'll take this trim out off camera so we can do it all to one paint. And there's the piece that I was looking for a moment ago, which is the part that goes into there. That has a black piece that you push through. Alright, that is the car disassembled. So I'm going to go and do some stripping, and we'll come back shortly. Okay, if nudity offends, look away now. For the rest, I've cleaned up the suspension strap. I have re-chromed the rims already. We've polished up the tyres a little bit. So, like I said, if your nudity offends, close your eyes, because here comes a naked Ferrari with its engine lid. So what I'm going to do now is use the brass bristle brush and the scourer to clean it all up. And I'll bring you back when it's done. This is just a reminder as to what I started with at the beginning of this episode. And here we are. Now, here we are with our Matchbox Speed Kings Ferrari Testarossa. I kept this as a very simple build, stripped by sandblasting, cleaned the interior. We've cleaned up the windscreen so it's no longer foggy and scratched. We have cleaned up the tyres and rims, and of course we give it a new coat of red paint. The only thing that's missing is the Ferrari sticker or the Ferrari decal. That I'm going to put on at a later time. We have our engine compartment that works, and of course, as you see, the doors are open, so they are now closed. So only a short little video. Sometimes they're short, sometimes they're long, depending on how much is involved and how much yabbering I do in the meantime. Alright, I will say goodbye for now, and I hope to see you next time at Diecast Salvage in Gravesend, Australia.